Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about the EVGA N-Force 730i motherboard with the onboard GeForce 9300 graphics. This is a DirectX 10 solution designed for Intel Socket 775 CPUs, and it offers an incredible price to performance value. So let's take a look at some of the features and see what it has to offer. So here it is, the EVGA N-Force 730i motherboard. This is an ATX form factor, and let's talk about some of the unique features. From the middle to the bottom of the motherboard, we have a reset CMOS button. This will clear the CMOS if you ever need to. We have two PCI Express by 1x slots, a PCI Express by 16 slot, and by the way, this is PCI Express 2.0, 3 PCI slots, an incredible 4 USB headers, and like all other EVGA motherboards, onboard reset and power. On the right edge of the board, EVGA includes 8 SATA 3.0 ports and an LED indicator, and this also has a unique feature which shows CPU temperature. We'll show you a little bit of this later. For memory, the 730i motherboard supports 4 DDR2 memory slots, supporting up to 8 GB of DDR2 memory and supporting a frequency of up to 800 MHz. Underneath this passive heatsink is the integrated GPU, which is a 9300 GeForce processor supporting PhysX, CUDA, and DirectX 10. And like we mentioned before, this is a Socket 775 CPU. On the I/O panel of this motherboard, of course, you have the standard PS2 keyboard and mouse connectors. You have an HDMI port, which also carries audio, an optical port for audio, and also a coax, VGA and DVI ports, 4 USB connectors, an integrated gigabit, and of course audio. So now let's take some performance measurements. I'm going to use 3D Mark Vantage on the entry setting and test the performance of the integrated 9300 GPU. Using the onboard 9300 graphics, the 730i motherboard scored a pretty remarkable 3,469 points in 3D Mark Vantage. This is a pretty impressive score, especially for onboard GPUs. So now we're going to demonstrate the power of GeForce Boost. So the first thing I'm going to do is take an EVGA 8500 GT graphics card. I'm going to put that in the PCI Express 16X slot and plug my connector in. Now let's run 3D Mark Vantage and see what I get. When I used an EVGA GeForce 8500 GT graphics card, my score was 3,799. So as you can see, the onboard graphics is pretty comparable to an EVGA 8500 GT. So let's try this one more time with GeForce Boost and see what kind of benefit I get. So before we show the performance of GeForce Boost, let's talk a little bit about what GeForce Boost really is. GeForce Boost takes my onboard graphics, which in this case is a GeForce 9300 GPU, and combines it with my external graphics card, which in this case is an 8500 GT. It runs those in a hybrid type SLI mode and increases the performance, sometimes dramatically. A couple things to note about this. Currently, only the 8500 GT and 8400 GT are supported, and you must have your monitor plugged into the onboard connector. So this would be the DVI or VGA connector on your I/O panel. So to enable hybrid SLI or GeForce Boost, first thing I'm going to do is go into the System BIOS, go under Advanced Chipset Features, go under the selection where hybrid SLI is highlighted, and set this to auto. Now I will save and exit and boot into Windows Vista. So now I have booted into Windows Vista, and when you first boot, you'll notice a new icon in the system tray. This is how you configure hybrid SLI. So you have two options. You have additional displays. This is what I would choose if I wanted to run more than one monitor. And you have boost performance. Since I'm only running one monitor and I want the highest level of performance possible, I'm going to enable boost performance. So now that hybrid SLI is enabled, the drivers have combined my 8500 and 9300 to make a GeForce 9480. So now let's run 3D Mark Vantage and see what kind of performance increase I get. So now, with the power of GeForce Boost, you can see my 30 mark Vantage score increased to 5,773. Nearly a 2,000 point increase. That's pretty remarkable performance increase for very little cost. It just combined my external graphics card and my onboard GPU to give it an incredible performance gain. One more pretty awesome feature is the EVGA 730i motherboard includes a CPU temp monitor on the LED indicator. So basically, after your system posts and it goes through the post cycle, when it boots into Windows, you'll notice that this will change to your CPU temperature. So you can see right now that my CPU temperature is around 27 or 28 degrees Celsius. So as we demonstrated here, the EVGA Enforce 730i motherboard offers an incredible value for the money. For more information on this product, please visit the EVGA website at www.evga.com or be a part of our community at forums.evga.com. I'll see you next time.